Welcome to Content Chaos with George and Call, a weekly podcast diving straight into meaningful conversations about navigating modern life. Using their weekly review framework, they explore personal growth, professional insights, and cultural observations. No fluff, just authentic dialogue that transforms chaos into clarity.
Hey,
Hello, hello.
and we're back.
We are back. 23, right? Episode 23?
Sounds good to me.
Okay.
That's a detail. I'm the big I'm big picture today.
Okay. All right. Good to know. Good to
Yeah.
know.
Yeah. So what went well?
What went well? I would say the big thing for me right now, I was finally able to sort of get a new product. It's published. It's out there now. I still have to clean up some things, but it was just a huge effort to get this whole new site, or it's not really a site, but it's extension of the site launched, and it is a new product. And now I can actually start to get to work with it. So it was ended with a really long night dealing with some unforeseen issues, but
Yeah.
that's how it goes. So
Yeah.
no big, not that big of a deal. And, that was good. That went well. And then I would say, we dropped off Nate yesterday back for the next semester. And so that kind of put the cap on the break. It was long.
Yes.
Hayden went to Europe and Maeve went back to, elementary school, and now Nate's back. And it kind of, that went well. That was nice. So
Excellent.
yeah. How about you?
I would say the highlight of my week has been one of my Christmas gifts. It is called the Humbirdie. I've in total nerd fashion, I've named it the A-lister. So people who are bird watchers are called listers. And you can give your bird watcher a name. So as a former entertainment person, A-lister. And I got to tell you, I enjoy watching the birds much more than I like watching the news. It is
for sure right now. I mean, yeah.
But it's really cool. Just the variety of the North American birds that are here during the winter. Like, I'm excited to see what's going to happen during the change of seasons, because as I've learned in my very beginnings of the lister life, we're going to get new birds coming in and out at different times of year. And it's really fun. It's totally, as I joked with you today, it's one battle after another. There are birds coming, all different angles, fighting with each other for the spot on the perch. And it's just very soothing. I really enjoy it.
Maybe you should explain what it is. If people aren't watching your Instagram, they're not seeing your videos. So.
Okay, I'll explain it from my point of view, but you can enhance it. But basically, George got me a Humbirdie, that's the name brand, bird feeder that has a built-in camera on it. So when the birds come to feed, I get an alert saying there's a bird at the feeder, and it identifies what kind of bird it is using AI, and I could go look at it. And then it also captures video. So throughout the day, I can just constantly go look at. It's so much better than scrolling, like doom scrolling. It's bird scrolling, and they're cute and they're funny and they make me happy. And it's just, even just to listen to the sounds of nature makes me feel great when I'm sitting at my desk writing and working on something, to listen to the sounds outside and birds. It's such a nice nervous system reset. So that went well, and I appreciate that gift. It was a great gift. I also received an email from Humbirdie, the company, asking me to participate in some kind of promotion, but I'm a little suspicious because it didn't come from their actual domain. And then I'm like, who is trying to do fishing over a bird feeder? Anyway, we'll get to the bottom of this, but big fan of the Humbirdie. And my friend Lauren from Paramount was asking how we keep the squirrels off them. And the squirrels, I should clarify, George, what is the thing called?
It's called a baffle.
Okay, there's a device called the baffle that George's going to install when it's higher than 12 degrees out, and that'll it makes it hard for them to climb and stay on. But for the most part, we haven't had too many squirrels. Since the snow came, it's hard for the squirrels to get through many inches of snow. So there've been fewer.
Yeah. Well, I'm so happy to hear you talk about a Christmas gift like that. I mean,
Oh my gosh.
so,
Oh, it's the best. And my friend Amanda, who is a big listener, she is not on social media anymore. We kind of talk about that a lot and how it's not good for our mental health. But anyway, she's holding strong to her social media cleanse. But I can send her videos directly. I can just text her videos and she loves them. And we joke and we turn them into people from, corporate America, and someone's got to call HR. And but yeah, Humberty. And then the other thing that went well this week, something that just kind of gave me a little wind in my sails today, was Gavin Newsom speaking at Davos. You probably haven't seen it because he probably
I
just
haven't
said
seen
it.
it yet. No.
Yeah, he kind of went off, and he is just like, there's no negotiating with Trump. The European leaders, don't try to say one thing to his face and then do something separate out of the room. People need to grow a pair, and they need to step up and say the honest thing that they say to each other, say it to the media, say it to him, because this is what's happening is, triangulation and backroom dealings and conversations. And if anything, it just makes me feel like, okay, the guy has a set, like somebody needs to say this. I would say obviously to the tech leaders and the business leaders in America, but clearly they don't give a shit. The European Union, I hope they stand up to it. And yeah, it's crazy.
Well, the stuff that's going on with Greenland right now, so it's interesting what I learned last night, and this is not what I learned. I don't count this as what I learned.
Okay.
Is that so Norway owns Greenland,
Mm-hmm.
and Norway gives out the Nobel Peace Prize.
Yes.
That's where that's based. And Trump actually wrote a note.
Yeah.
So you know about this, to the
This
chancellor.
is like, it's deranged.
Yeah.
It's deranged.
Saying, given that he didn't win the prize, he doesn't feel compelled to have to think about peace anymore. And further, what's interesting is the whole NATO alliance and everything about Europe. I heard an analyst compare Europe to, Europe's like, when there's a family and the kid doesn't think they can be independent, and then they create an app and they realize, oh my God, they're making money and they really don't need that parent anymore. Like those stories. It's like Europe's kind of like that. Like Europe could actually really impact the US, and we should be more careful. So I think I think it would be a good thing for all of us if the leaders in Europe did exactly what Gavin Newsom and you are asking for.
Yeah. Well, so it's interesting because you just said that. I feel the same way. Macron had these sunglasses on. Now, I haven't done any research on it, but I was like, what the hell's going on with the sunglasses? That looks ridiculous and funny. And then I just for 1 second went onto Facebook to see what they're saying. And the Fox News MAGA ecosystem is like, oh, Gavin Newsom is you might as well have, Putin himself. They're trying to pose him as a traitor to America because he is baiting the European leaders to defy Trump.
Isn't it the other way around? Because Greenland is the thing that Putin wants more than anything, I should say, is to divide NATO, to get NATO fighting amongst themselves and to separate the US from NATO. And that's basically being done for him right now.
Yeah. Yeah.
And this is a plea to stand up and keep it together. And so it's interesting how that.
But so we are in the upside down media ecosystem that is completely, upside down, just the propaganda and the corporate, my gosh, the Barry Weiss, CBS News, they tweeted out a false thing about the ICE guy who killed and murdered Renee Good. They tweeted out that he suffered, um, was it inflammation? Not inflammation, internal bleeding. But it was, there
Didn't
was
even
no,
go to the hospital.
he
He
didn't go to
wasn't
the
even.
hospital. There was no sourcing on the information, but it was
Yeah.
just like, okay, here you go. We'll give you a little nugget that you guys can all use as your righteous galvanizing nugget of information.
Mm.
But CBS News, as a person who, it was literally my first job, was my first internship, my first job, my third job. I spent a lot of time at CBS. It's CBS News is not CBS News anymore. It's a zombie brand. It's, this happened to Newsweek. It's happened to many, many companies. They're hollowed out, and people of substance and quality are no longer in charge, kind of like the US government.
Yeah.
So what went well for you, honey?
I already did what went well.
Mm.
What went better is the segue.
Yes.
So my what could have gone better? I think there's the term that I'm going to use is like this is sort of a combination of what could have been better and maybe what I'm learning real time. It's the parental hangover, and it's sort of like this like mix of deep gratitude and like along with a sense of like missed opportunity, and like the transition uh of kids getting older and leaving is sort of like there's no, for me it's not like a loss, but there's an analogy to grief in the sense that everybody kind of does it in their own way and at their own pace and has their own way that they deal with it or feel about it, like I guess like anything. But a lot of people, like, they go the minute the kids launch, it's like a devastating blow. And but that it wasn't really that way for me. I had a lot of feelings about it.
Yeah.
But it's sort of like, the realization, like, the house was full and the time was short, and, still like navigating this new emerging adult relationship. And so I mean, I I I think the what could have been better part in, and maybe this is just like I don't know that I don't think anybody else had these feelings but me, but it's like, you want to make every day special or something. And a lot of time, like, they just want a place to be, and a place to be safe, and a place to just relax and rest and,
Mhm.
be with their friends and everything. But you feel like, what are we doing? And what are we going to make for dinner? And what are we going to, like, it is free. That
Yeah.
could be better. I don't really complain about the weather because you literally can't do anything about it. But I'll say today it's, like in the teens and feels like single digits, and um, that's not fun. So,
Yeah.
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 Yeah. So that's me.
Mhm.
Went on the better stuff.
Okay, so I've mentioned this book before on the pod, but I have finished my slow reread of this book called Flow. I think I probably held it up last week too, but it bears repeating. The Psychology of Optimal Experience by Mihaly Csikszentmihalyi, I think is how you say it. I'm probably wrong, but it holds up. It stands the test of time. And it's so relevant and applicable to this moment, because it talks about how human beings find flow, and flow being a feeling of contentment and challenge and engagement in life. And he looks across all different quadrants of knowledge and experience, and not quadrants, verticals, whatever it is. And where he the main thesis is that people need challenge, right? They need to they need to feel like they can accomplish it, but it has to be appropriately difficult. for them to feel engaged. So it's like a puzzle. And that kind of gets them drawn in and gets them working and trying different things out. And I just find it so resonant. And as I think I mentioned, this class that I'll be teaching at Rutgers in the fall it's called Disinformation Detox, uses his thesis and his framework for like what people need to feel contented and engaged and like they're doing work that matters or just living a life that matters, because it's not always about quote unquote work. I just, it so stands the test of time, and I can't wait to look at it again through the lens of AI, because I'm excited to teach the class and then also to take it a step further, because one of the things that I'm studying right now is the addictive nature of AI, which we know it's addictive. And I'm finding all these really smart, interesting people who also are sharing the fact that it is addictive. And I'm excited about my framework that I'm working on, which is I'm full academic now. Having a somatic kind of system to use as a counterweight to, because AI and LLMs, it is basically extracting your knowledge, from your body and your mind. But through somatic experience, you tap into what you already have, and you navigate with the intuitive knowledge of the body. A lot of the knowledge of the body and information of the body is not logic. It's stuff that's passed on a cellular and molecular level. You know, there's authors who write about neurobiology, things like the telepathy tapes, and all my nerdy stuff is coming together in an exciting connection right now.
Great.
So was that nerdy enough for you?
It was just the right amount of nerdy.
All right.
So that was the wrong one. I meant for it to be this one.
Yes, the rim shot, baby. Love it. So what have you learned?
So I, along with what went well, I've been really working the muscles around learning about course design, but it's not really course design. I'm not putting together like online courses, but putting together a series of office hour sessions, and then separately sprints, and the sprints come with playbooks and frameworks and tools, and I've really had to look at it like course design and experience and get into all of that. And there's no grading, there's none of that. It's more of what I do in just a very rapid delivery of content, and then the ability to provide feedback on things that we'll call them clients are doing. And so there's that element of it. There's sort of putting it together, and I've had to go through iterations and iterations to get it to where it's delivering the right content and the right message and the right experience, but also technically with the interface, whether it's on their phone or in their browser, what's happening, how are they getting the content, how are they uploading the content, how is it coming to me, how am I making them aware of it? And, going through all of that, I've just learned a lot about all of these different tools that I use. And so that has been, the last couple of weeks, that's, just before the holidays, that's what I've been focused on. So this last week, getting over the goal line to say, okay, I can put it up there. And now with a couple of little tweaks on the front page of the site, start marketing the whole thing together. I've just been deep in those weeds, and I just really enjoy like solving the problem. And this is one of those problems where like you peel off the layer and you think you've got it solved.
Yeah.
And then it's like, oh, this isn't right. And you go a little deeper, and you finally get it to where this is simple. I think people can understand it. I think it's delivering the value. It's not oversimplifying it and just having to keep solving a problem. Sometimes going to the next problem and realizing, oh, that impacts the problem I thought I solved yesterday, and going back, and having to fix that.
Yeah.
So interesting
Yeah.
stuff.
Sounds like
I
you were
enjoy it.
appropriately challenged.
I think so. A couple times I was like, why am I doing this to myself? But I think it's good because no matter what happens, like I had said to one of my folks that I partner with and have for a long time, I was like, look, even if it doesn't go well from a people signing up for it perspective, I've built these frameworks. I could use, I'm going to use the frameworks anyhow. So
Right.
it's all good.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, good stuff.
All right.
And that is that. Oh, and I also learned that you learned it with me last night, that the appropriate way with the 6-7 thing is not like this, but your hands need to be like this or something,
Wait,
like more flat.
You're doing it too low. I can't see.
Oh, it's more like this. Oh, wait, let me back up. That would actually help.
Okay.
More like this and not like this.
Okay.
So that's why old people shouldn't do the 6-7 thing.
Definitely not. I mean, my 6-7ing was completely inadvertent. I was dancing at the dinner table like a total dork, embarrassing Maeve, and she pointed out my 6.
Yeah.
Not correct.
I know she's not a fan of the 6-7 thing, which is kind of cool because she's the age for it. So that it's turned into a dad joke for me. So I find ways to work it into things.
Yes.
So
very good.
All right.
Okay.
Well, thank you.
Thank you.
It's a fun one.
All right.
Thanks, everyone. Bye-bye. Love you.
Bye.